Imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop craving your favorite latte, only to see that the price has doubled overnight. Do you still buy it? Or do you switch to a cheaper black coffee? Or maybe skip the coffee altogether? Congratulations. You've just engaged with one of the fundamental concepts in microeconomics, demand. Welcome to Log Finance. Today, we're exploring the concept of demand, an essential part of understanding markets and consumer behavior. Through stories and examples, we'll break down what demand really means, how it works, and why it's crucial for your IB economics exam and for understanding the world around you. What is demand? At its core, demand is the willingness and ability of consumers to buy a good or service at a given price over a specific period of time. Let's break that down with a story. Picture yourself at a summer fair. You spot a lemonade stand selling cups of refreshing lemonade for $1 each. It's hot and you're thirsty, so you buy 2 cups. Now imagine the price jumps to $3 per cup. Would you still buy two? Probably not. You might buy just one or none at all. This behavior illustrates a basic economic principle. As prices rise, demand typically falls. This relationship is known as the law of demand. But why does this happen? Because of two important effects. The income effect. When prices go up, your purchasing power decreases, making you feel poorer. The substitution effect, or when a product's price rises, consumers look for cheaper alternatives. Both effects drive changes in demand, shaping the choices we make every day. The demand curve, a visual story. Now let's talk about the demand curve. Imagine drawing a graph with price on the vertical axis and quantity demanded on the horizontal axis. As prices drop, the quantity demanded increases, creating a downward sloping line. This is the demand curve. Here's a relatable example. Movie tickets. If tickets cost $20 each, fewer people might go to the cinema, especially families who would need to buy multiple tickets. But if the price drops to $10, more people are likely to go. The curve reflects this dynamic, but the demand curve isn't set in stone. It shifts based on various factors known as determinants of demand. These include income. Higher incomes usually increase demand for normal goods like organic food, but reduce demand for inferior goods like instant noodles. Tastes and preferences. If a celebrity endorses a product, its demand might soar. Think of sneakers endorsed by athletes. Prices of related goods. If the price of coffee rises, demand for tea, a substitute, might increase. Similarly, if burger prices fall, demand for fries, a complement, might rise too. Expectations. If people expect gas prices to rise next week, they might fill up their tanks today. Number of buyers. A growing population or market can increase demand. Elasticity of demand. How sensitive are we? Not all demand reacts to price changes in the same way. Economists measure this responsiveness with price elasticity of demand, PED. Let's return to our coffee shop example. If your daily latte habit continues despite price hikes, your demand is inelastic. You're not very sensitive to price changes. Essentials like medication or water often fall into this category. On the other hand, if you immediately switch to tea or stop buying coffee altogether, your demand is elastic. You're highly responsive to price changes. Luxury items like designer handbags, often have elastic demand because they're not necessities. For your IB economics exam, remember the formula for PED. PED, percent change in quantity demanded, percent change in price, PED, fact, percent TX, change in quantity demanded, percent EX hand change in price, PED, percent change in price, percent change in quantity demanded. A PED greater than 1 in elastic demand, while less than 1 means inelastic demand. Real world application, the iPhone phenomenon. Let's look at a real world example. Apple's iPhone. Despite high prices, the demand for iPhones remains relatively inelastic. Why? Brand loyalty. Apple has built a reputation for quality and innovation, lack of substitutes. While other smartphones exist, many consumers perceive iPhones as unique. Income effect. Many buyers view iPhones as a necessity rather than as low on a luxury, especially as they integrate seamlessly with other Apple products. Even when Apple raises prices, consumers often stick with the brand, showcasing how demand can defy expectations. Shifts versus movements along the demand curve. Now, let's clarify a common point of confusion. Shifts versus movements along the demand curve. Movement along the curve. This happens when the price of the product changes. For example, if a $5 lemonade drops to $2, demand increases along the same curve. Shift of the curve. This happens when external factors change. Imagine a health trend promoting lemonade as a superfood. Demand could increase at every price level, shifting the entire curve to the right. Understanding this distinction is crucial for your IB economics exam. Connecting demand to real life. Why does demand matter? Because it drives markets. When businesses understand demand, they can make smarter decisions about pricing, production, and marketing. Take Netflix as an example. The company analyzes viewer preferences to predict demand for different genres. By investing in popular shows, it maximizes subscriptions and revenue. Even governments use demand analysis. During the pandemic, understanding demand for masks, vaccines, and ventilators helped allocate resources effectively. Final thoughts. The power of choices. Demand isn't just about numbers and graphs, it's about the choices we make every day. From buying a latte to investing in technology, our decisions reflect the forces of scarcity, preferences, and trade offs. As you prepare for your IB economics exam, remember, understanding demand isn't just academic, it's practical. It's the key to unlocking how markets work and how businesses thrive. Thank you for joining me on Log Finance. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and share it with others. Until next time, stay curious, stay analytical, and keep exploring the fascinating world of economics.